Welcome back to the Reading Corner with Mrs. G. For more great stories, subscribe here. And if you love the Arthur stories, we have quite a few of those. Today we're going to do Arthur the Brave. We also have Queen for a Day, Try It, You'll Like It, Arthur Loses His Patience, and Sir Arthur to the Rescue. So check back for more great stories in the Reading Corner with Mrs. G. Well, let's find out how brave Arthur is. Arthur the Brave by Marc Brown. This Bionic Bunny show is so boring, D.W. groaned. He's amazing, said Arthur. I wish I could be just like him. Well, you're not, teased D.W. I'll show her, thought Arthur, but I need to think of something brave to do. I've got it, yelled Arthur. What are you doing to Mom's good towel? Asked D.W. Please call me Arthur the Brave, said Arthur. You're Arthur the Silly, D.W. giggled. Not funny, said Arthur. That afternoon, Arthur took a walk. Bring on the bad guys, he said. Bring on the danger. Arthur, what are you doing? Asked Mrs. Turner, the librarian. Looks like trouble, sniffed Mr. Ratburn. They've never seen a real superhero before, thought Arthur. Later on, Arthur saw Grandma Thora trying to cross the street. I'll help her, he thought. Let me help you, Grandma, said Arthur. But Arthur, said Grandma Thora. Don't worry, he replied. It's safe to cross. When they got across the street, Grandma Thora was not happy. I really didn't need to cross the street, she sighed. I was waiting for Mrs. Tibble in the park. Sorry, said Arthur. On his way home, Arthur saw Buster and Sue Ellen. Help! Cried Sue Ellen. Someone save my kitty! At last, exclaimed Arthur, a real rescue. Stand back, everyone. I'll save you, kitty, called Arthur. Suddenly, the cat jumped from the tree into Sue Ellen's arms. I think I'm stuck, Arthur said. Don't worry, said Sue Ellen. Help is on the way. Hang on, Arthur, called Binky and Buster. Buster climbed up and untangled Arthur's cape. Thanks, said Arthur. He felt like he couldn't do anything right. I'll never be like the Bionic Bunny, thought Arthur that night. Just then, he heard D.W. crying. Help, she cried. There are monsters under my bed. I used to be afraid of monsters when I was little, said Arthur. Then I learned a magic spell that got rid of them. Will you tell me? She asked. Okay, said Arthur. Here it is. Pat your tummy, wiggle your nose, tug your ears, then curl your toes. Now say these words as loud as you can. I'm just as brave as I think I am. D.W. said the spell 3 times. That's a pretty good spell, D.W. yawned. Even the Bionic Bunny could use it. I don't think you're Arthur the Silly anymore. Arthur smiled and quietly tiptoed out of her room. Back in his room, Arthur climbed into bed. Sometimes just being a brother is even better than being a superhero. Then Arthur the Brave fell asleep. All right, we'll see you next time in the Reading Corner with Mrs. G.